championship contested a season ago. This has been a really long wait for many teams looking to raise the trophy this year. That includes Stanford, whose pursuit of a record-extending title was delayed a year ago. They remain our reigning champions with 2019, but who else will try to win it all? 64 teams will compete for this year's title, with first-round matches coming up this Friday. The bracket has 30 automatic qualifiers this year and 34 at-large berths, with only a few days to prepare for those opening matches. Let's not delay the drama any longer and dive right into the bracket, shall we? We start with the top overall seed, which shouldn't shock anybody close to the sport this year. It belongs to North Carolina. This may be the year the Tar Heels get that elusive national championship. 2014 runner-ups have not lost. Fresh off the program's consecutive ACC title, Sarah Davatilla was named the player of the year in the conference. She ranked second in the nation in singles, having lost just one match this season, while teaming with Cameron Mora for the third best doubles duo in the land. McKenna Jones and Elizabeth Scotty are ranked fourth in doubles too, for a deep lineup that only went to the final point on 2 occasions this season in that undefeated mark. The Tar Heels opened with MEAC champions South Carolina State in the opening round. And at large for Arkansas, making its first tournament since 2017 to battle Old Dominion, which captured the Conference USA title and the automatic qualifier. Kentucky is next. Top doubles tandem in the country gives the Cats a slight edge in pursuit of that first point, which will come against a team right now on the edge. You can see we take a breath for Syracuse, the Orange sneaking in to their third straight tournament. San Jose State battled to earn an AQ from the Mountain West, which gets them a trip to another team fresh off a big conference win. That would be 16th-seeded Cal. How about the memorable win in the Pac-12 championship over UCLA? 7 Bears flying into their 38th season. Hayden Jamar's straight sets win at #1 singles was the catalyst to victory and a springboard to perhaps bigger things to come this first season. The 1 seed line to another 9 seed belongs to UCF. Back-to-back AAC champs got the Knights their 7th tournament berth. Watch out for the Stolbar, who just lost 2 total games in both doubles and singles in the championship showdown with Tulsa. She looks to stay red hot against Big South champion Charleston Southern, the first-round opponent here. Another precious at-large belongs to FIU, whose lone loss came in their conference championship match. They'll take on Miami, an at-large from the ACC, for the 35th tournament berth all time. A strong season for 2009 national champion Duke gets the Blue Devils their 32nd berth and a first-round date with another power program that was hoping for an at-large. Alabama safely in for the 16th time. They'll be traveling to the second 8th team, Nashville Southland Conference champion Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The 8th seed, by the way, that belongs to Baylor, runner-ups this year in the Big 12. The Bears return to the tournament after missing out in 2019, having to wait 2 long years now to get back. Baylor has risen to every challenge this season with the exception of those pesky Longhorns. They're 23-0 against all opponents not named Texas. All right, we keep on moving. 5th seed this year awarded to Pepperdine. The Waves have made every tournament since 1988, and the streak continues this year after the program's 8th straight West Coast Conference crown. Depth is a big part of the run this year, with only 11 losses at the 4, 5, and 6 single spots in the lineup. The Waves enter with every player in the lineup with a winning record this season, and 2 players in singles with at least 18 consecutive match wins going into this NCAA tournament. Big Sky champs Northern Arizona head to Malibu for that first-round matchup. They'll be joined there by UC Santa Barbara, the Big West champs, who face the most decorated team in the sport. How about this spot? Stanford, they'll be there as also in the opener against UCSB. Some streaks might come to an end this year. The Cardinal could not win a 5th straight Pac-12 title, on the path to a 3rd straight national championship will certainly be challenging, but the Cardinal are dancing for a 39th straight season, a record of perfection they only share with UCLA. Our next group of 4 begins with Big Ten runner-up Michigan taking on a grateful group of Owls. Hello, Rice, an at-large berth for the program's 13th NCAA tournament appearance. Boston made the most of a limited schedule to win the Patriot League AQ and a trip to Baton Rouge, where LSU will host as the 12th seed, ranked inside the top Various points this season at the top 10, the Tigers matched a program best ranking during the course of the year. The respect continues with the at-large selection and 3 all-SEC performers awarded to close out the season. Seniors Taylor Bridges and Paris Corley were joined by sophomore Sophia Carrington. They were all members of the 2021 SEC All-Second Team. Another host, another seed line. This is 13. This time it belongs to Georgia Tech. The 2007 national champions enter with the second-ranked doubles duo in the country, Victoria Flores and Kenya Jones. Both are also top 20 ranked singles players, with Jones in the top 5 during the latest rankings. How much help the Jackets get behind those two will determine their longevity coming up in this tournament. Sunbelt champ Georgia Southern will make it an in-state battle in the first round. North Florida, the A-Sun winners, getting an SEC-tested Ole Miss coming up in the first round, back to the tournament after missing out in 2019. 4 more to go on this side of the bracket. It starts with Texas Tech getting an at-large berth, which is not surprising out of the Big 12. But there may be a few interested eyes out west pleasantly surprised when they hear the next name. San Diego URN, the Toreros, dancing in the NCAA tournament this year. Grand Canyon knew it was in and now know the spot. They captured the WAC for the program's first ever NCAA tournament berth. Congratulations to the Lopes. The reward is a date with UCLA, the 4 seed, and one of 2 programs we mentioned earlier to have played in every single NCAA tournament, the 2008 and 2014 national champions. Enter with a little chip on their shoulders after a loss in the Pac-12 final. Abby Forbes has been top 10 in the country in singles this year. She's certainly motivated as well, losing in that Pac-12 finale to Cal for the first time in a match since way back in early February. All right, we are halfway home and unveiling the bracket, but 8 seeds remain and 32 teams still in total to unveil. We'll get right back to the other half of the bracket after this short break.
Oh, you got a commercial? Yeah.
All ages, fans, and teams, most importantly, players. Let's bring on the
Welcome back to the 2021 NCAA Division I Women's Tennis Selection Show. North Carolina is the top overall seed. A few nervous teams are still celebrating after hearing their names called earlier, but there's several more out there right now who want to end the wait. So let's get right to the bracket and into all of the remaining drama. We start back on now the right side of the bracket. The 3 seed belongs to Georgia here in 2021. It's their 44th appearance for the 1994 and 2000 national champions. They were led then by head coach Jeff Wallace, who is still in charge today and fresh off being named the SEC Coach of the Year. He watched his ladies win another SEC title with senior Katarina Jokic added to the award hall as the Conference Player of the Year. She has not lost to any top 50 ranked player in singles this season. That level of star power at the top of the lineup gives the Bulldogs the edge in almost every matchup. Ohio Valley champion Austin Peay will travel south in the first round. Furman will be there too. The Southern Conference champions will battle it out with Wake Forest in as an at-large here in the opening round. No sweat for Tennessee, making its 28th tournament appearance, where Colonial champion James Madison will be the opponent in round 1. LIU on the Northeast is an automatic qualifier as well, and they all travel to the site of our 14 seed. That belongs to Virginia. No shortage of firepower at the top of this lineup. 2 top 10 ranked single players in the nation, both Emma Navarro and Natasha Subhash, have been spectacular all season. They can be against any team in the country, so will the Cavaliers have the rest of the points necessary to make the most of their 20th trip to the NCAA tournament. Florida earns the 11th seed here in 2021, where Courtney Kessler anchors the lineup for the Gators, who make their 38th tournament appearance. Kessler top 10 in singles and pairs with Marley Zine as a top 10 doubles unit as well. Florida owns 7 national titles, second most of any program, with the last one coming back in 2017. At the title number 8, we'll start with MAC champs. That was Siena here this year, which makes just its second ever tournament appearance and the first since 2006. It'll be a long trip to Gainesville, but I'm guessing this team would walk if it meant securing a berth. We say hello to Southern Cal. Trojans in as an at-large selection. The two-time national champions get another Power Conference at-large team as the opponent. Oklahoma will also make the trip to Florida, snagging an at-large spot here. All right, from one challenging pod to another, South Carolina gets an at-large berth. The Gamecocks, strong at the top of the lineup with a couple of all-SEC players at the 1 and 2 spots in singles. Mia Orbit became just the third different player in program history with multiple first-team selections, while Megan Davies captured second-team honors for her play this season. This berth marks the 30th NCAA tournament in South Carolina program history. They battle a team getting ready to celebrate history. The sound you hear is the Cyclones coming. Iowa State makes its first ever NCAA tournament after VCU will be there as well, celebrating its A-10 championship all the way up to the Rams battle with 6-seed NC State, which is headlined by 3 all-ACC players from the Wolfpack, earning a spot in the program first postseason recognition. Hannah Rogers, Sia, and Adriana Rainey have 14 years of college experience between them heading into this tournament. All right, we are quickly working our way through this bracket. 1/4 of the bracket to go. It starts with the 7th seed, and that belongs to Florida State, 22nd tournament appearance for the Seminoles with Julia Perron at the top of the lineup. She earned all ACC honors after spending the year at the top of the singles lineup as well. It's not her first all-conference award, however. In fact, she has 2 all-Big Ten and all-SEC awards in her trophy case. An impressive career, to say the least. Alabama State is the on the panhandle, snatching an at-large spot to battle a fellow at-large team in Auburn. A 13th tournament appearance for the Tigers, tested as always in the challenging SEC. Courtney Ansari was one of 2 Tigers for 17 and she enters the tournament red hot. She's won 5 of 6 matches and was a strong 12 and 3 in 4 matches, mainly at the swing spot in number 3 singles. All right, one unseeded team gets the benefit of hosting this week, and that will be Northwestern. The Wildcats' 31st tournament appearance starts with Big East champion Xavier, which makes his 2nd trip after his debut back in 2016. Drake won the Missouri Valley to snag an AQ and draws 10-seeded Texas A&M in the first round. Tournament tested, a very tough out. The Aggies have beaten 7 of their last 9 ranked opponents, with the only losses coming to powerhouse Georgia in the SEC. This marks the 26th tournament appearance of the 2013 national runner-ups. Back-to-back pods with Big Ten hosts, as Ohio State is the 15th seed. The Buckeyes claim their 3rd Big Ten title in program history, with all coming since 2016. It was even sweeter this year to do it in the final over Iowa, Michigan. Lisa Hoffbauer got the clinching point in the singles and was named tournament MVP. The team win was the 13th in a row and carried momentum onto this seed line and, hopefully, forward. They get a tournament-tested team in UIC, which won yet another Horizon League championship and now hopes for its first NCAA round win in its 17th trip. Ball State makes it magic to win the MAC and earn a trip to Columbus, squaring off against Vanderbilt, the 2015 national champions, slotting in here. All right, just 4 teams to go. Arizona State is the final Pac-12 team, earning an at-large selection to the tournament, squaring off against another fortunate crew from the SEC. Hope the wait was worth it. For Mississippi State, the Bulldogs are dancing for the 9th time in program history and represent the final at-large berth here in the bracket. Denver, the Summit League AQ, in the tournament for the 10th time with the tall task of taming 2-seeded Texas in the opening round. The 1993 and 1995 national champions make the tournament for the 37th time, fresh off a Big 12 title with a win over Baylor. The Longhorns roll in the tournament with only 1 loss this entire season. That came to, you guessed it, North Carolina. We could have a rematch in this tournament. It happened to be all the way at the very end. All right, there you have it. All 64 teams that are still in pursuit of one championship. Long served up. The first and second round action this coming Friday and Saturday are 16 local host sites. The winner of each site advances to the USTA National Campus in Orlando, Florida, where each will compete for the national championship contested from May the 16th to 28th. The event will be hosted by the University of Central Florida and the Greater Orlando Sports Commission. The team quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals will air live on the tennis channel, so make sure you keep up with the schedule and the rest of the live stream sports updates right here on NCAA.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Will Haskett. Congratulations and best of luck to all the student athletes competing in this year's
Good stuff. Yeah. George, we'll have to get the speech.
Real quick, before we get started with the speeches, but remember, there are cupcakes, cakes, sandwiches. Please take them with you. Don't let a note take them because.
I'm gonna be like really quick, so
Yeah,
I spent
so-
like a good 2 days with y'all, so yes, you all know who I am. They know who I am. This is like one of my, don't tell this, y'all, one of my favorite teams. I was telling, I say, you guys are so much fun. Like, I love all of y'all, but you guys, I really got to connect with when we came to tennis, and my baby loves you guys. So, yes, he wanted to be here, but no, I wanted to just say how proud we are of you all. You guys are a really young team, and I just see so much more potential. I mean, just to see how y'all fought that Jackson State loss, you guys really channeled that and came out there and just shut them up. They had their whole administrative staff there thinking they were going to win, and I just saw like the fight in you all. I think someone told you were, who was newcomer of the year? Who was freshman of the year, right? I think one of your teammates went up to you and said, hey, you freshman of the year. That's the kind of pep talk and that's the kind of energy that I love to see. And you guys just kind of fed off each other and just had a winner's mentality. So carry that to the NCAA championship. A lot of people wish they could be in your shoes right now. Go out there. You already have made us proud, but just leave it all on the line. We have nothing to lose. I'm gonna be with y'all in spirit. We have to go actually to track, but know that we are gonna be cheering y'all on and watching you guys. I also want to acknowledge our board of trustee, Delbert Madison. He is our liaison for that great side. He wanted to be here. I'm gonna open it up. If you want to say a few words, you don't have to, but if you want to.
Two words. First, congratulations and thank you all so much. I always say I appreciate individuals who represent this university at a high level. You all are doing it. So continue to keep up the good work. We're rooting for you. And hold me accountable. I need to get out to a tennis match next year.
So when we open it back up to the public, but you would have got special concessions, we would have let you in, but no, definitely, tennis actually is, I wish I would have played tennis. I tell Coach, look, like, you're gonna need some lessons here, because I want my daughter to play tennis. I was a basketball player, but you guys are phenomenal, and I'm just so proud of you all. So have fun, enjoy the moment, and let's just go out there and have fun.
One thing I was gonna tell Jennifer was, you sent me the text when we lost to Jackson regular season.
Yes.
And they were whooping and hollering with Deion Sanders.
Yeah, doing the most.
So we printed out about 30 of those. We printed out 30. And before the next day practice, we slapped it all over the tennis center. In the girls' locker room, in the bathroom, in the toilets, in the shower, everywhere. So they saw it for a good 3 weeks. I mean, it was aggravating, but it was right there in the front door. Even other teams were coming in, what is this? And what is this?
Well, it was to me needed, and I like to share because that's how people celebrate. That's how much they hate us and want to beat us. And so it wasn't to say, hey, I'm upset with you all when I sent it, but I wanted y'all to see how people get overly excited when they beat us. To go out there and do a celebratory dance and teach Deion, just too much. And I'm glad y'all shut them up at the SWAC championship because it was just, to me, I needed everyone to see what we experience on a day-to-day. And sometimes our student athletes are really nice, and they don't understand how bad people want to see y'all lose, especially our women's and men's tennis team. I mean, you saw how A&M celebrated against the men. So, like, you guys have not lost since I've been